Right, training shoulders today, shoulders and traps. I've got 2 shoulder workouts. One is using dumbbells for traps, dumbbell shrugs, and the other is barbell shrugs. So I'm going to start the workout today with barbell shrugs. I'm going to warm up, do my groove set, and then take you through the workout. Here we go. It's important when you're doing that exercise and when you're warming up to always get a full range of motion. Now squeeze up, hold it for a second or two, and release, let it pull so you feel it on your traps, and warm yourself up properly. Second set I'm going to do, still warming up, still a groove set, barbell shrugs. It's important, as I said before, get a full range of motion and make sure you're fully warm before you start your working set. So here we go, second set. There you have it. 20 reps, usually on shrugs. I take the reps a little bit higher just to warm up and make sure I'm fully warmed up before I start doing my working sets. First working set I'm going to do today, it's a little bit heavier than it was. I'm warmed up, ready to go. I know where my groove is. I know the type of movement, execution I'm going to use to move the weight. So now I'm ready to go. As with most exercises, it's always about applying yourself, how hard you're willing to work. So I'm going to start my first working set. I'm going to take you through it. Here we go. Good. There you go, first working set. It's always about the reps for me. Pushing the reps a little bit higher today, up to 20 reps instead of 15. But that's what work ethic is about, always pushing yourself. Last set I'm going to do today, as I said before in the other videos I'm making, this is my build up to the next show. So over the coming weeks you're going to see the weight get progressively heavier and the intensity increase. My last set, which usually is the hardest set, so I'm going to work a little bit harder on this one. I'm going to apply myself and show you what I do when the weight's heavier. Not really much more to say other than we're repping for Team SCN. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and watch all the videos and the stuff we'll be uploading. Here we go. There you have it, last set, 15 reps. That's as good as we'll get today. That's the last set. Right, second exercise I do for traps is your regular upright rows. It's a good exercise to use to move into any shoulder work I'm going to do after. So I'm going to do my groove set and take it up from there. Here we go. Having done my groove set, I'm going to move into my second set, which I can use as my first working set. My advice to people doing these kind of exercises: always warm up, always make sure you're using the full range of motion. Also bear in mind that when you're looking at guys like myself who's training, I can't emphasize this point enough, that sometimes we customize the way we move the weights for our own body, the way we train for ourselves, and it's done and put together over the years of experience of training. So always try and use a full range of motion for yourself, find your own groove and stick with it if it works for you. Go. Right, last set I'm going to do upright rows, a little bit heavier than I've done previously at this stage of my training. I'm going to do this one like a real working set, like I'm doing a real workout. So here we go. Okay, there you have it. Last working set. A little bit looser than I would do, but that's my style of training. Using a little bit of momentum, keep the bar moving, and give it all you got. Nice one. Right, next exercise I'm going to do today is just for demonstration purposes. Usually I train my rear delts when I do back, because I feel it ties in to your back muscles and it's part of the back structure. But today I'm going to do it. It's something you can use when you're training traps, because it gets into the middle portion of your rhomboids, which is the muscles that lie underneath the traps on the back of your body. So I'm going to incorporate it in this workout today, just to get it on tape and to show you how I do what I do, training my rear delts with traps. So here we go. I'm going to warm up, get in the groove. First working on rear delts, and it ties in with my traps. That's what I'm going to do today. Second set I'm going to do this exercise, what's important is that as you raise the dumbbells up, you try and turn them to bring in your rear delts and try and squeeze your middle back together so it incorporates those muscles as well. Here's what I do. Last set I'm going to do is a working set, so I'm going to apply myself. I've done my groove set, I've done a set that kind of demonstrates what I'm doing. Now I'm going to put what I've demonstrated into practice. Here we go. Another exercise I usually do for rear delts is an isolation exercise using the dumbbells one arm at a time, and that way you can really target the rear delts. How you execute the exercise is to lift your arms up and actually turn it as you raise the dumbbell up. I'll demonstrate and show you how to do it. Okay, as you see, what I'm doing, I'm using one arm at a time. And what's important is to try and move the arm away from your body. Turning your wrist at the same time as you lift the dumbbell up. Okay, now we're moving into shoulders, having done traps and a little bit of rear delts. The first exercise I'm going to do today is seated dumbbell presses. I alternate my shoulder workouts from machine presses or standing barbell presses to dumbbell presses. So today's dumbbell presses, as I always do, I'm going to start with the groove set. Getting the groove, feel my angle, and then I'm going to start doing the exercise. So I'm going to show you what I do as a groove set, warm myself up, and we'll go from there. There you have it, groove set. Now I'm ready. I know where I'm working, I know where I'm feeling it, and we're going to progress from there. Right, we're going into our second warm-up set, or second groove set, just to get my angles and get myself adjusted to this position, and we're going to progress from there. Here we go. Here we go. first working set, having done my warm-ups and my groove set. Seated dumbbell presses. There's not really much you can say about this exercise, as in that it does give you a little bit more range when you're using the dumbbells instead of the bar. To make the most of it, you can always twist your wrist and adjust the position of your hands, which gives it a little bit more variety than using dumbbells. Anyway, this is what I'm going to do in the first working set. There we go. Second working set I'm going to do today, a little bit heavier than the previous set. Now I'm going to kind of just demonstrate myself working my last two working sets without too much to say. Here we go. Last set I'm going to do today, with my reps I work within a rep range of minimum of 6, maximum of 15. If I do 15 reps on any given set, then I always put the weight up and try and shoot for the highest range of my reps. So I'm going to do my last set now and see where I get. Here we go. Up, up. Okay, my way. Okay, there you have it. 12 reps today. That's what we've got today. And work with what you've got on any given day. That's my last set. Cheers. Right, second exercise I'm going to do the shoulders, dumbbell side lateral raises. It's a known exercise for most people. As I've explained, there's many different ways of doing this. You can do it from a stricter position with your hands out to the side, mimicking what looks like a crucifix, or you can bring your hands from the front of your body and keep your elbows bent. I'm going to do that movement today. So I'll demonstrate what I do as usual, a groove set, then I'll progress from there. Here we go. That's my groove set, as you can see. I'm bringing the dumbbells from the front of my body, keep my elbows slightly bent, and raising my shoulder girdle up as I lift the dumbbells up. Okay, moving into my second medium-ish groove set. Same style I'm going to use. I'm going to move the weights in the same style. Here we go. This is my first working set. I'm going to do 2 working sets here. This is my first working set. A little bit heavier than it was before. So as always, when you're training, as the weight gets heavier, you've got to work a bit harder. So it's all about applying myself in this set, and we'll show you what I do. Last set I'm going to do today, my heaviest set today. It's not how much weight I would usually use at this stage, but the last set didn't feel so bad, so I'm going to push myself and, you know, challenge myself today and see what I can do. Last set. Cheers. Okay, there you have it. It's a little bit looser than what I would advise anyone at the beginning with this exercise to do, but it's my style of training. I do use a little bit of momentum, lean forward, straighten up as I raise the dumbbells up. This hits the shoulders on the side for me, also works my shoulder girdle, so it, you know, strengthens all that area for me. That is customized to my own style of training, and that's how I do it. But bear in mind, when you're starting out, always use a stricter form for beginners, people who are advanced in their training. Cheers. The last exercise I'm going to do today, usually sometimes when I'm doing, using a bar, I use single dumbbell presses. On this machine today, similar to hammer strength shoulder press. I'm going to use it now as a single arm press for shoulders. It's a movement you can use to isolate the muscles, concentrate on one side at a time, and, you know, direct most of your attention and energy into developing one portion of the arm, shoulder, so to speak. Anyway, here we go. Okay, there you have it. That's my groove set. I'm feeling what I'm doing, feeling where I'm working. Now I'm ready to progress to my heavier sets. Moving into the second set. Done my groove set. I know exactly where I want to work. So I'm going to move into my second kind of medium set. Here we go. swing. Right, I'm going to do 2 working sets here. Into my first working set. As I said, I'm not training that heavy at this stage of training, but this is demonstration purposes so you can get to see the variety of exercises I use when I'm training shoulders. As I said, usually I do dumbbell, single arm dumbbell presses, which is a good exercise for, you see strong men doing it with these big heavy dumbbells as part of, a discipline they use in their competitions. You can actually use this exercise to kind of build your strength up for that discipline if you were to use it for that. As a bodybuilder, I use it for power and to develop a lot of thickness around the shoulder muscles. So if you're trying to build mass in the shoulder areas, your general shoulder area, this exercise in isolation is a good exercise to use. So that's a tip for all you promising bodybuilders out there, or you top amateurs who you work hard in your own training styles. Try this and use it with what you already do and see how it helps you. There you go. Let's go. There you go, single arm hammer strength press. With me, it's always about reps, getting the most out of the exercise, regardless how heavy the weight is. Last set I'm going to do today, a lot heavier than previous 2 sets. As I say, if I get 15 reps on each set, I always put the weight up and see what I get. So I'm just going to tackle it and see where we end up. Here we go.
It's exclusive. This is the hottest record in the world right
Right, there you have it. Laboured set, hard work. Had to push myself to get those reps, but I did it. That just shows if you're willing to work hard enough, you can do it. Awesome. Right, usually I tend to finish on some days with flat dumbbell flies. Today, just to mix it up a bit, we'll use the pec deck machine so you can be more upright and use more of a